From that point of view, however, what is asked is that the minorities shall have representation in the legislation and executive, that they shall have representation in public service of the country, and that the constitution shall provide that there shall be on imposed on the future legislation of India, both central and provincial, central limitations on their legislation power which will prevent the majority from abusing their legislative power in such a manner as to and law which would create discrimination between the citizen and another. I say this circumstance, this danger of discrimination is common to all minorities, and I, as a representative of the depressed classes, join with the demand which the other minorities have made in this regard. Sir, now, sir, I will come to those circumstances which mark of the depressed classes and the other minority communities in India. I will at once say that the way in which the position of the depressed classes differ from the position of the other minority communities in India is that in that the first place and depressed classes are not entitled under present circumstances to certain civic rights which the other minorities by law enjoy. In other words, in the existing situation, the depressed classes suffer from what are called civic disabilities. I will give you just one or two illustration because I know I have not much time at my disposal. Take the case of employment in the police or in army. In Government of India Act, it is provided that no subject of His Majesty shall be deprived of the right of being employed in any public service by reason of his caste, creed, or color. Having regard to that, it is obvious that every member of the depressed class community who is capable, who is in the position of safety, the test laid down for employment in any public department, shall have the right to enter the public department. But what do we find? We find this depressed class man applies for a service in the police department today. He is told point blank by the executive officers of the government that no member of the depressed class can be employed in the police service because he is an untouchable person. In the case of the military, the same situation obtained up to 1892, particularly the whole of the Madras army and the whole of the Bombay army consisted of members down from the depressed classes. All that great war in the history of India have been fought with the help of sepoy drawn from the depressed classes, both the Bombay Presidency and Madras. And yet in 1892, a rule or regulation was made which debarred the depressed classes from entry into the military service. And even today, if you ask a question in the Legislative Council as to why this is done, the answer is that the bar of untouchability does create insuperable difficulties in the recruitment of these classes.